Are you experiencing tightness, stiffness, and pain in one side of your lumbar spine, as well as instability in your pelvis with a dead butt syndrome on one side of your hip muscle, which is your glutes? Hi, my name is Annie and welcome back to my channel, Annie Pilates Physical Therapist. If you've been sitting a lot with weakness on your hips, as well as tightness and stiffness with difficulty, mobility, lifting activities, as well as spasms on your back, and usually in one side, then this video is just for you. I'll be demonstrating a lovely Pilates yoga physical therapy utilizing elastic band, as well as a lovely yoga stretch in the end to improve the mobility and improve the stability and core strength utilizing Pilates. So get your mat ready and elastic band to join me today. If you're new to my channel is about Pilates, yoga, physical therapy, health, and wellness. And I have a lot of playlists you can add on this program. And to learn more, if you have quadratus lumborum syndrome, which is a one-side pain weakness with this aching pain in one side of your back, watch this video to learn more if you have this, to learn the anatomy, physiology, the function of the muscle, and to make sure you're progressing slowly, because I have the aligned video you can do the second part. The third part is rectify. And then the fourth part, we have the bolster stretching. And then I also have this analogy about the pelvic alignment and your posterior rotation of pelvis, the rib flaring, and the lowering of your shoulder. And I have a lot of discussion about these imbalances, that if you have scoliosis or if you have functional scoliosis, which is not structural, which is more the muscles imbalances on your posture that creates this never-ending problem, even though your spine doesn't look like you have the structural scoliosis that you had since you were born, because structural scoliosis or idiopathic scoliosis is different from injury, because of injury and muscle imbalances that creates this pulling sensation on one side and overstretch on one side. So that's why I have a lot of videos that you can try. And if you want to learn more about lovely testimonies, as I have this lovely student, her name is Jamila from New Jersey. You can watch her testimony and how she finds my back masterclass and how it made her feel better and stronger, and learn more about her posture. That's why if you need my help and guidance, you can join my back masterclass. I'll be closing the registration this week for summer 2023 for 8 weeks of amazing journey to regain life without back pain, to have a stronger core and improve overall posture, with 70 plus videos that I'll guide you safely and effectively. And if you're gonna miss out because you miss out the registration, you have a few days left, you can still join me for fall 2023. And you can sign up with the early bird waitlist for a first come first serve basis, where you leave your name and email address so you can get ahead of the game. Okay, my friends, so let's watch this video and learn more about Jamila.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jamila. I live in New Jersey, and I actually found Annie on YouTube. I was just searching for anything to help with like a QL, quadratus lumborum, like involvement, because that's one of my major issues in diagnosis. And then when I found that YouTube video, it was so informative. It was practical. And I felt like I had answers to some questions that I've had after watching a few videos over the past couple months. And I really liked it. So then I watched a few more videos, and that's where I found out that there was a back masterclass. So back in, I think, end of February, I signed up to be, or maybe January, I don't know, but it was a couple weeks I signed up to be on the wait list. And then I was able to get the notification and decided to join, because I knew that it's not just the pain that I had, but it's a lot more involvement, and I needed that coaching. And I felt like I liked Annie's approach, and I would be able to kind of gravitate to that, healthcare professional to healthcare professional. So by background, I am a registered nurse, but I do work in project management right now, which requires me a lot of sitting. And that's what triggered the acute pain that I have right now with my quadratus lumborum. But then I learned through going through this masterclass that it's not only that area, it's the core, it's the powerhouse that can kind of like have tentacles to give maybe some sciatic pain, some SI joint pain, some upper back pain. One thing I learned was the mid back, just like relaxing the mid back, that could actually, create some tension in your lower back as well. So that's just in a nutshell some of the items that I learned in the masterclass. And also just, I think my biggest takeaway, Annie, is the awareness that I have now. So
Yes.
if I'm sleeping and I'm turning and I'm like, hey, you can't really be on this side much. Like you could take a little break, but you need to go back on your left side because that's where the soreness is. And I make sure that I have my pillow between my legs. And when I'm getting up, I'm being mindful when I'm lifting, making sure I'm wearing supportive devices. So if you get anything at all, is to be more mindful and also not to be aware of some of the things that probably contributed to the injury that was already in the works, so that how do we slowly correct some of our the things that we learned. Now we need to unlearn it.
And plus, with your history, you open up about your hernia and your
Oh yeah.
surgeries that you realize how 12 years ago, right? When you had that surgery?
Yeah, in 2012 was
2012. So it's 10
right.
years, 11 years ago. So
Yes, I had hernia surgery
it's
and I didn't know
almost,
I had a
yeah,
hernia.
she has hernia. And when we have a lot of students who had hernia too in my program, and they benefited on my gentle approach on this program. And how do you find my daily exercises? Was it hard to do? Was it easy to apply in your very busy lifestyle, especially there in New York, New Jersey area as a nurse?
Yeah, I would say for me it was challenging. Although the videos are they're they're short and they're well paced, but it takes a lot of accountability and dedication on my part to see where to fit those in appropriately so that way I can develop a level of consistency. I would say that, once I was getting up earlier and doing them in the morning, like you see here, I have my little
Wow.
my
You have
tools
the
in the
ball.
corner.
It's a lifestyle
Yeah.
change, I know, because once
Yes.
you have an injury, you have to keep it up. It's like maintenance on a car, right? You just don't want
Oh
to
yeah.
keep running without
No,
checking your
no.
car.
Yeah, but I do feel like the gentle approach was important. And even though it was gentle, depending on the pain that we have, it may seem intense sometimes, but with the weekly touch bases, you remind us to pace ourselves and to, make sure that we're aware of our pain level, and if we have to dial it back, and then move forward.
That's beautiful. I'm glad you enjoyed my program. And there's so much to learn, right? There's so much
Oh,
techniques that sometimes your body is still, that's why it's unlimited access. You can always go back to your videos. You can always,
very
because it's
happy.
hard to memorize. It's like a dance movement, right? You can't just
Yeah.
keep dancing and turn on the music. You have to watch again the movement patterns.
And
And
I
it's,
appreciate that.
thank you.
Because even though I'm a little behind, I know that I have the videos, and the videos are not a one and done. This is to train you to really get the most out of a pain-free life. So I do appreciate you providing that, to us. And I also appreciate, your patience, your counter, and also adding other elements like, when you're in the classes and you're listening to some nutritional tips, that may help, so it's not just, a back focus. It's really a holistic focus. And I think that
Oh, thank
anyone
you.
can benefit.
Thank you, Jamila. It's been an honor. I learned a lot about your lifestyle. And, I learned as a therapist from
Oh,
different backgrounds and history. And you inspired me making videos.
oh,
That's why there's a
oh,
lot of new videos
excellent.
because of you.
Oh,
When you listen to
excellent.
your clients, your patients, that gives me my creativity on how to help more of my patients.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sharing them with my colleagues who are suffering from the same things that I'm suffering with. So, it's the sharing and the caring, and we're both in healthcare, and I've learned so much that I never even knew in nursing school. I didn't even learn in my practice, so you learn
Because
more about.
you know how healthcare and medicine is always moving forward.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
what we learned 100 years ago is different now. And you
Yes,
keep learning.
yes, and we're all individuals, so
Yes, everyone is unique. Everyone has different situation. And that's why through Zoom meeting calls, I was able to decipher the code, your history taking, and what's best plan for you, just for you. You're very unique also with your lifestyle with the rest of my clients on my back
yeah,
masterclass. Would
yeah.
you recommend this to the rest of your family, friends, or to my listeners right now and my viewers?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, I sent your information to some colleagues that
Thank
were
you.
having some ailments, some issues. And even with, you asking us to send pictures, that was the first time I ever heard that I have a slight scoliosis. Never knew that.
It's a functional one, which is not the structure. It's just you saw your spine, right? Your shoulders lower and your pelvis lifted, and then you can see that crunch. That's why I have a lot of videos recently about that picture.
Yeah.
Have you been watching them? The new ones?
I haven't watched
some of them. You're the inspiration.
But I definitely get them in my email and I save it so that way
you can go back.
Isn't that amazing how Jamila have this lovely testimony about my back masterclass? So if you're interested, click the link down below and be part of my early bird waitlist or join the registration right now before I close it this weekend. Okay, let's begin the program. I'm going to place the elastic band around your thighs. And we're going to lie on your side. So if your problem side is your left, where you have the spasm on your back here and weakness on your same side, you lie on your right to target your glutes on your left. With your knees bent 45 degrees, feet together. You can place a pillow on your neck if you have neck pain. Extend your shoulder and your arm and your elbow and rest your head. And then try your best not to lean back. Try to lean forward so you can really target your glutes. So one hand on the mat, and we're going to start with clamshell. Feet together, you're going to lift the top knee. As you breathe in, belly breath, exhale, squeeze your core in and hold this at least 3 seconds, hold. And then breathe out, slow and steady. Mind, body awareness, the slower the better. Again, inhale, lift, belly breath, exhale, squeeze your core in and breathe out. Again, lift the top knee, keeping your feet together, belly breath. Exhale down. 4 more. Belly breath. Exhale down. 3 more. At least 10 times for beginners until you can do 2 to 3 sets. And then there's different elastic band progression that you can do. So this is blue. You can start yellow, usually average 1 pound resistance past 25 percentile. And then red, green, blue until you can do black. And then you can add more sets and reps on this side. And if you want to have more neutral and balanced position, you can do also on the good side to see what's normal. Okay, last one. And down. Now, after doing that, place your knees level to your hips, 90 degrees bent, feet together. This time we're going to do parallel clamshell. We're going to lift the top knee and foot, making sure they're leveled with the lower part. You don't want to elevate your foot up and your knee up first. You want to make sure they're leveled. And you don't want to lean back. Place your hand in front of you. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 3 seconds. Hold. Exhale down. You can progress up to 5 seconds hold until you can feel the resistance. As long as there's no excruciating pain in your back, you're just going to feel it on your glutes. Breathe in as you lift. Exhale as you go down. Squeezing your core in, protecting your spine. Inhale. Belly breath. You're going to feel the burn now on your glutes. Sometimes all the way down to your outside of your thigh and your leg. Last one. And down. Now we are progressing. We're going to do clam and reverse clam. So clam and reverse clam is a little bit more challenging. If that's too difficult, you can stop and pause and you can do it next time, as long as there's no exacerbation of back pain. So lift the parallel clam with your knee and foot level. And now we're going to scoop down with knee to knee. Inhale. And then foot to foot. And you're going to feel that internal rotation. As you tap your knee to knee, your foot is up, toes pointing to the ceiling, and then back to parallel clam before you switch to foot to a clam position and breathe out, keeping your body a little bit forward, spine in neutral. Again, parallel clam, and then knee to knee, and then parallel clam, leveled, and then foot to foot. It's a lot of control, and if you can't do it properly, I'd rather you have to do this without the band. Again, knee to knee and then foot to foot. 2 more. Feel the burn. You can do 5 reps for beginners. Last one. And down. That was beautiful. Now, extending your leg with your feet together. And this time, we're going to do side leg lift to activate your glutes muscles, the minimus. Toes pointing away. As you lift with your knees straight as much as you can, you're going to feel that sensation here. As you crunch up, as long as it's not your back, inhale, exhale down. Squeezing your core in, mind-body awareness. You can place your hand in front of you. Inhale, exhale. You might feel some sensation of soreness on your back as you lift. You want to make sure it's more on your hips, not your back. You want to improve the stability and control. 2 more. Lift and down. Last one. And down. Now we are progressing by lowering the top foot back. So I'm placing it behind my right foot. Now my heel is pointing to the ceiling and my toes are tapping the mat. Now we're already in this position of internal rotation. So when you do that, you're activating your glutes medius a little bit more. Lean forward to target your glutes max a little bit as well. And then lift with a little bit pushing back to extension for your max. And then lift higher for your medius. Inhale, exhale. Squeezing your core in as you breathe in, breathe out. Try to keep your heel up, toes down even as you lift. 2 more. Last one. And down. Whew, that was beautiful. Do that 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets as you progress. And if you want, you can do both sides so that you can see which one is weaker and which one is stronger to evaluate which one has the problem. Now we are stretching for some lovely stretches with your knee up to 90 degree position and the knee back behind. So if the problem side is your left, start with your front leg first. Keep your back straight. You might find yourself lopsided one side, and that's normal. So you're going to try your best to keep it centered. So with back pain, it's normal to have this position, but you don't want that. You want to progress and lift that back positioning. And you can't force yourself in your first day. It takes time to get that control. So you might find, oh, it's so hard. So you can place some pillows to support behind your knee here or at the back, whichever is your imbalance is going on. So with this position, we're going to do a lovely 90-90 stretch with a deep hip release on the problem side, as well as a little bit trunk rotation to target your low back. So place your both hands in front of you. You can make a fist or open your fingers open, whatever you feel comfortable. And then slowly lean forward for a forward fold. And then slowly extend, making sure your elbows are straight. Breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly twist towards the left. If you have scoliosis, this is a good way to counter stretch the rotation of your spine. If you have concave side on this side, you want to open that area on your left. If you have concave on your left, you want to open that and stretch and tighten that convex side on your right. And then slowly reach behind, like a thread the needle underneath the left arm and twist and look behind your left shoulder and feel that deep stretch on your right as well as your left glutes. And slowly lean forward as much as you can and hold this. Take a deep breath and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly go back to 90-90 position, or we call it mermaid position, with your foot level to your knee, not close to you. Again, palms down, lean forward, and then slowly twist to the left. You're going to feel your rotation of your rib cage on your right, opening your left and look up. Take a deep breath and then exhale. And my recommendation, do it both sides as well so you can figure out, oh, I'm better on this side. So now you know which one has a tighter hip. My problem side is my left from a history of injuries, so that's a little bit harder. So here I feel like, oh, I could sit up straight in 90-90 position without problem. This is my goal. This is what I want to get. So that's why it's good to do that, so you can see the imbalances and stiffness and tightness to keep your body balanced. So lean forward. You're going to feel, oh, this is so much easier. So you're training your body what's normal, and then twist and look up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your elbow straight and go back to starting position. Lean forward and then slowly bend as much as you can. Then you can go, oh, I could go all the way down now on this side. And that's okay. And then the last one, you're gonna lie on your side again. This is a Bratzel stretch, which is like a pretzel stretch. So 90-90 position with your knees bent. You're gonna hug the top knee. So if this is your problem side, hug your left knee towards your chest with your right hand. And then slowly reach the back of your foot on the lower part, pulling it towards your buttocks if you can. And most of you, I'm sure you're very tight, and you can use some straps, like a doggy strap on your foot and your knee, or the towel to pull if you're tight, for beginners. And slowly lie down on your back with your chest facing towards the ceiling, and hold this in 5 seconds. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can add some deep breaths. And then slowly let go of the back foot and your knee, and then relax. And do that 5 repetitions up to 10 reps. If you love this video, want to learn more about Pilates, yoga, and physical therapy, health and wellness, please subscribe to my channel, ring the bell so you won't miss anything. Like and share this video. Every like you give to my channel, you are supporting me. And if you want me to do a follow along video just for you for this one, leave a comment down below, and then I'll make this video just for you. And as I said, back masterclass is open now. Register down below, so I could close it soon this weekend. But if you can't make it this summer, you can also join the fall 2023. So be part of my early bird waitlist for a first come first serve basis. I also have a lot of videos about quadratus lumborum you can watch over here, and a lovely description why you're having this muscle imbalance. Until my next video training, always remember, be safe, be well, and healthy you. Bye!